In the early hours of June 17, 2024, 19-year-old Jay Slater was last seen alive inside a nightclub in Tenerife, where a night meant for music and celebration spiraled into a tragic mystery that has since baffled investigators and devastated his family. Jay, an apprentice bricklayer from Twizel, Lancashire, vanished after attending the NRG Music Festival and was later found dead at the base of a ravine near Masca, a remote mountainous area of the island. Over a year later, the true circumstances surrounding his death remain murky, shadowed by substance use, conflicting witness accounts, and a disturbing lack of cooperation from key individuals who were with him during his final hours. Jay was captured on CCTV footage inside the Papagayo nightclub in Playa de las Americas alongside two other British men. Among them was Ayub Qasim, a convicted drug dealer, whose presence immediately raised suspicions. The footage revealed Jay boasting about a stolen Rolex watch valued at £12,000, a claim that would later fuel theories about possible motives for violence or retaliation. Jay's text messages sent in the early morning further painted a chaotic picture. He described himself as off my undies, a colloquial term for being heavily intoxicated or high. He also referenced trying to sell a luxury Audemars Piguet watch for 10 quid, slang understood locally as £10,000, hinting at deeper involvement in illicit dealings. After leaving the nightclub, Jay and the two men reportedly traveled to a rented Airbnb in Masca, where Jay recorded a short video outside the villa around 7 a.m., casually smoking a cigarette. Despite the disarray of his night, Jay appeared calm in the footage, but this was the last confirmed sighting of him alive. From here, the timeline becomes fragmented and confusing. The two men who stayed with Jay at the Airbnb, including Qasim, have not cooperated with Spanish police or attended the British inquest into Jay's death held months later. Their silence has frustrated authorities and left investigators grappling with gaps in the narrative. The coroner presiding over the case expressed his frustration, stating, "Without their testimony, piecing together Jay's last movements is almost impossible." At one point, the inquest was temporarily adjourned in a rare attempt to compel these witnesses to participate, underscoring how critical their cooperation is to unraveling the truth. Jay's body was found days later in a ravine below the mountain, his injuries consistent with a significant fall. Forensic examination revealed severe trauma to his skull and pelvis, injuries typical of a high-impact fall. However, decomposition hindered the ability to conclusively determine whether foul play contributed to his death. While no overt signs of assault were identified, the lack of witness testimony leaves open the possibility that Jay's fall was not accidental. Toxicology reports indicated Jay had consumed multiple illicit substances, including cocaine, MDMA, and ketamine. His friends described him as heavily drugged throughout the night. One close friend, Brad Hargreaves, recalled a video call from Jay during the morning, saying, "He sounded tired and lost, like he was struggling but not panicking." Jay's messages revealed a growing desperation. He texted that he was lost, needed water, and his phone battery was nearly dead. These messages portray a young man isolated in an unfamiliar and dangerous environment, wandering through rugged terrain without clear direction or assistance. Another witness, Joshua Forshaw, testified that Jay had been carrying knives for protection and was extremely intoxicated on the night he disappeared. Forshaw admitted to initially withholding information from the Tenerife police and only divulging details after returning to the UK. This delay in partial disclosure raised concerns about the reliability of witness accounts and whether key information might have been intentionally concealed. Forshaw told the inquest, "I was scared to get involved at first, but I knew I had to say something." The silence of the two other men present during Jay's last hours has fueled speculation and conspiracy theories, including rumors of gang retaliation linked to the stolen Rolex. Yet, Jay's family has strongly refuted these claims, emphasizing the absence of evidence and urging respect for the truth. His mother, Debbie Duncan, expressed her heartbreak and frustration, stating, "We just want to know what happened to our boy. The not knowing is the hardest part." The broader context of Jay's death fits into a troubling pattern of young British tourists falling victim to drug-related incidents while abroad. Tenerife, a popular holiday destination, has seen multiple cases where nightlife, substance use, and risky behavior have ended in tragedy. Experts highlight that the combination of unfamiliar terrain, language barriers, and the impact of drugs significantly increases vulnerability. Dr. Helen Marks, a specialist in addiction medicine, explains, young people often underestimate the risks of mixing substances, especially when away from home and support networks. The effects can impair judgment and physical coordination, leading to dangerous situations. Jay's case also exposes systemic challenges in cross-border investigations. Coordination between Spanish and British authorities has been complicated by language barriers, legal differences, and witness non-compliance. Coroner Dr. Simon Newton remarked, international cases like this require full cooperation, yet when key witnesses refuse to engage, it stalls progress and prolongs families' anguish. The fragmented approach hampers not only fact-finding but also the delivery of justice and closure. The inquest highlighted the emotional toll on Jay's family, who have been forced to endure months of uncertainty compounded by public speculation. Hundreds of community members gathered for Jay's funeral, showing the deep impact his death had on those who knew him. Debbie Duncan shared, "Jay was a bright, kind young man with a future ahead of him. Losing him this way has been devastating." As the coroner's inquest remains open, authorities continue to appeal for anyone with information to come forward. The case underscores the crucial role of witness cooperation in delivering truth, especially when substance use and complex social factors are involved. Without fuller testimony, many questions about Jay's final hours will remain unanswered. Why did he venture alone into dangerous terrain? Were the others present complicit or merely bystanders? Could intervention have saved him? Jay Slater's tragic death is a stark reminder of the perils young people face when engaging in risky behavior abroad. It illuminates the fragility of life on a night out and the devastating consequences that can arise from a single misstep, especially when compounded by drug use and poor decisions. His story calls for greater awareness, stronger cross-border investigative frameworks, and a compassionate response to families seeking closure in the aftermath of such profound loss. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.